Tax billionaires, polluters, and fix the climate, a protest in Brazil for G20 leaders meeting there, who didn't copy that in their final communique, but did send a message to the United Nations Climate Conference in Azerbaijan. In short, get the climate finance deal done this week.
We now need to translate political will into practical work.
A boost for flagging talks? Maybe. But an obvious omission, say analysts, was no mention of fossil fuels. None.
As the world's biggest economies and biggest emitters, their statement of walking away from fossil fuel would have made a huge wind in the sail for these negotiations here.
Especially after last year's COP in Dubai.
It is so decided.
Where they agreed to transition away from fossil fuels. Some parties want that intention underscored here. So far, it's not.
There is a lack of recognition that transitioning away from fossil fuels is part of the solution. And this is worrying.
With the COP talks reaching a critical stage.
The talks are very slow. And the reason are slow is that no country has made a real offer on the table.
Watching and waiting, those who are advocating for help. Edith Nasika-Santian knows too well what drought looks like.
In between the year 2020, 2023, we lost around 4.5 million livestock within the Maasai communities. And that is a source of livelihoods for the Maasai community. And so when these livestock are actually gone, what happens? The entire community becomes so devastated. The women in the indigenous communities are the ones that take responsibility.
This is Edith's second UN climate conference, and this time she wants to return home with a promise of financial support to help especially young women adapt to the future. But countries are still at loggerheads over who and how to pay up. Susan Ormiston, CBC News, Baku.